Hello and welcome back to Against the Storm. In our last episode, we explored the Hubs update, rather the last two episodes. We explored the Hubs update, which was a rework of the initial housing update, I believe is what it was called here, Homecoming update, to give a little bit better usability and straightforwardness to that update. But today we have the Blight Fighter update. Test your mettle against a new danger, spawned by the rain, the Blight. The pollution caused by rain-punk technology spawns blight rot cysts. They lay dormant at first and give beneficial effects, but once the storm awakens them, they can cause real harm to your settlement. Build blight posts and send blight fighters to deal with them. Open Atlas to learn more. And we're not going to do that. I'm just going to look at the website here and look at what they have. So this is a new mechanic called Blight. The post of the patch notes post explains how it works, and I'm going to probably summarize it a little bit, but it adds in a new building, or two new buildings rather, a blight post and a hydrant, and it adds in a new occupation called Blight Fighter. There are two new resources, which one is called Purging Fire, and I don't know what the other one is called. I don't know that I saw it actually. 6 new perks, 2 new prestige levels, and more in this update. So, Blight is related to the Blight Rot we've seen as a Danger Glade event in the past, but it's not the same thing. It's the source that causes those, and now those won't be confined to just Danger Glades anymore. In fact, they won't be confined to anything anymore. They will be all over everything. Blight is a new mechanic where over time, using the production buildings to make things will cause blight rot to accumulate on the buildings themselves, and eventually it will form cysts, and then those cysts will open up and actually start affecting your base, your town, during the storms. And so now we have to be able to combat that negative effect by using these new blight rot fighters, which is a new occupation, who are working at a blight rot post and who are operating hydrants to flush out the blight rot cysts that appear on buildings, and to wash down the blight that appears on the buildings to reduce the level of that. So you can kind of think of this as a building specific kind of version of hostility, in a way, I think, and or even the Queen's dissatisfaction even. So this is an additional system. It doesn't have a whole lot of impact on the game at normal or hard, but once you get into the very hard or impossible levels, it gets a little bit more impactful, and at the prestige levels, especially as they climb, you would definitely have to be able to manage it. So the way that they've introduced Blight here is not necessarily the final version of it, just like the Homecoming update led to the Hubs update, where we may see another change to the Blight system, but it brings into the game the idea that there is this counteractive force that we have to be able to manage, and our production of things leads to this pollution of Blight, which is good in a way because it gives us something. It gives us something bad that happens due to all of our production, i.e. the pollution. The other component of this is the recipes, probably the higher star recipes, the more powerful recipes, produce more blight than the lower power recipes, the 1 star or the 0 star recipes. So you also have to weigh that in and maybe not take a 3-star recipe because it's going to produce a lot of blight. Instead, take a 2-star recipe because it'll produce less. Now, that means more raw ingredients, so maybe you have to take the 3-star recipe just because you don't have enough raw ingredients. So it gives you a little bit more to balance. So during the storm, the blight will form the cysts on the buildings, and the blight fighters, I believe is what they were called, yes, blight fighters, will have to combat those cysts and flush them out of the game. So we're going to explore that in this episode, these next couple episodes, rather, just this series, and we'll see what it looks like. This is the last major impactful features, or one of the last big features they want to add to the game during this phase, which this phase, by the way, will end, at least it seems, with the Steam and GOG release in Q4, so I think it'll be October, November. That's when it came out last year on Epic, so it's got to be 12 months, so that makes sense. They do still have some more user experience, user interaction, improvements, tutorials, optimization, polish, balance, and bug fixing to do, and they're still going to be doing releases every 2 weeks. But they may be smaller releases, which also means that I may not do a pair of episodes like this every 2 weeks, depending on what the updates contain. This one here, since it contains a feature, we're definitely doing. Maybe the next one may contain a change to this feature, so we may do that one too. But as it gets down to more polish updates and stuff like that, and a little less in terms of features, we may end up skipping these bi-weekly visits and do one a month or something like that instead. So, without any further, we're going to go ahead and proceed into the game. Oh, the other resource, I've just found it, is sea marrow, which serves as a fuel type for the hearth and production. So it goes alongside of oil, coal, and wood, and boards for that matter. And we can find deposits of it in the Royal Woodlands and the Scarlet Orchard. So we should probably play one of those two biomes. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump in and see if we can find a good spot to play. Last time we played down here, I believe, in Ilak. So we could expand out in any direction here. We have an unknown benefit down here. We have a couple over here, so that might be actually a better place to go. We are a little under halfway, I think, through here. Oh, it renamed this. No, this is Akana and Akana. Okay, and we have a card as well. It may make sense to come out this way then, and see what we can find as far as these go. Plus, that'll give us a Royal Woodlands. We could also jump into that Scarlet Orchard if we wanted. Either one would work. Same amount of food either way, because or same amount of resources, just all food either way. So we could do one of those two. The Royal Woodlands is going to, of course, give us the gift of the woodlands, which means that trees give more wood, and the Scarlet Orchard is going to give us the woodcutter's camp is quicker and fuel burns longer, so we could do either one. Before we do either one, though, I want to jump into the city and look at the upgrades and see if there was anything we could afford here. I think we'd left off without buying anything, so we could definitely afford. Actually, we can afford any of these but this one, which we can't get to anyways. So do we want to have -2% to the speed at which the Queen's Impatience grows, plus a last stand upgrade, which I've never had to use at this difficulty level at least? Do we want to do +1 node, +1 to every resource node, as well as these two embark bonuses? Do we want to have +2% to global production speed, and a permanent 10% working time reduction for roguelite events? Or do we want to have +3% bonus to trader arrival speed and a permanent discount by 10% of all where sold by traders? I think I'm going to go with this one here, the Brass Forge level 8. Let's unlock. And then we'll back out, and I think, let's see, we did a Scarlet Orchard, we did a marshlands, and we did a coral forest. So I think we'll do a Royal Woodlands here. We'll jump right into this one. Now we have 3 choices here of caravans. Looking quickly through them, I think we would want to go with, let's see. Possibly this one, or this one. Do I want 28 barrels, or do I want 7 amber? Something tells me the value of those is about equal, but I don't know. And the other option is, do we want 8 beavers to start with, or fewer beavers plus some humans? And I think we'll do this one, because we get the variety to start with, Plus, we're only going to get forced to deal with one of the two cranky races, as opposed to potentially getting both of them here. Our summary here, we know all that. We don't need to read that. And then we're, of course, going to have this stuff. And we know the food that comes here. Here's the new sea marrow. We can get it from this via the Stonecutters camp. All right, and that's good, too, that it always told us that. Never mind. Let's see. We could always take more food. More meat would be good. That's 1 point. We could take one of the farms for 4 points. We have 7 to spend. We could also jump in and take some of the resources as well. Probably not bricks, because there's 3. There were 3, but we could take 2 of these cheaper ones. I think I might want to take a farm with me this time. I usually like to lean toward the small farm, because the grain gives us both ale and flour, and then the flour can lead to the baked goods. Someone asked why I don't choose, I think, this one, and that's because the roots are the equivalent here of the grain. You can make that into flour with the roots, and you can also make it into ale, I think. But it's only a 1-star recipe, so you only get half as much. The herbs, though, are nice, but the problem with the herbs is they're only used packs of trade goods. I guess you can use them for that, and one other thing that I can't remember. Berries would be good here, but plant fiber is less necessary because we're going to get plant fiber from the trees here. So maybe we'll take the farm just for something a little bit different here. I think I'm going to take this pile of wood because we always seem to run out of logs right away doing all the building that we do initially. And then we'll take some... I'd like to take some food. Maybe we could take this food and this food and call that good. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go. All right, our force mysteries this time are wild growth. That gives us all resource nodes discovered during drizzle have 10 more charges, so we want to try to open up glades during the drizzle to get the extra charges. Living darkness, of course. Muddy ground means we need to keep putting down roads. Rotting wood. Woodcutter cut trees 50% faster. This is during the storm at hostility 2 and beyond. The rain has a 100% chance to destroy their yield. So we can chew through the trees faster during the storm, but we might not get anything out of it. From hostility 2 onward. Lightning. The storm is more violent than usual. Every 50 seconds, a building destroyed by lightning. This one's always fun. We've had this happen a couple of times. Hostility 3, though, so it's not too bad. And insatiable hunger at hostility 4. Villagers have a 10% chance to consume double the amount of food. Scaling with hostility. And then, of course, Gift of the Woodlands, which you looked at already. Not too bad. I'm kind of getting tired of always rolling the muddy ground, though, but, maybe that's just a bit of a balance thing they need to work on. We have some flax fields here, which will give us the fabric, or the plant fiber. We're also going to get plant fiber at 10% chance from the trees. We have eggs, and that's it. We're going to need to find some clay or stone. Or there's no stone here. We're going to need to find some clay fast. Woodcutter first. Let's go pop into this glade right away. I'm going to put you here for building, and then we'll move it over. And then the Harvester's Camp. Is that new? That is new. They moved the plant fiber and the reeds away from the Scavenger Camp and the other one to create this new Harvester Camp. I didn't even read that in the notes. How did I miss that? How did I miss that? Is that new? That is new, right? Because there's only 2 things in these now. There used to be 3. Okay, well, we will set one of those up over here for building, and then we'll move it down. And the Scavenger Camp will get the eggs and roots. Oh, roots are now... Oh, interesting. Roots are now at the Scavenger Camp, and they used to be at the Stonecutter, whereas now the Stonecutter is stone, clay, and sea marrow. All right, interesting. That must be in the notes or in the changes somewhere. I just didn't read it, which is kind of weird. And then we, of course, need to have paths here. We'll do maybe this road first, like that. This one next, like this. And this can come across like that. And we'll tee this one across too. Let's see. Beaver. Wait, we only got 2 beavers? Oh, there's a beaver in here. Do we want the beaver in here? This gives us slower burning techniques. The human gives us impatience growth, slower. Let's stick with the beaver to start with, because I want the actual impatience to go up to 1 pretty fast, relatively speaking. And then we'll want to slow down after that. That's only so that we can spend our first order and actually get the benefit of it. This can come down here now. We'll throw a person in here, I think just 1. Oh, I need to mark the trees because I have that setting turned on. Someone asked me why, and I answered in the comments, but the reason is because I don't want them opening up glades that I don't want them opening up. You do get a small hostility debuff for the number of glades you open. You can see they're regular glades and dangerous/forbidden glades. So you get a hostility bonus, I guess, or debuff for however many glades you open. So I want to control the glades I open. And also, depending on certain bonuses in the Forest Mysteries, i.e. this one, I want to open up glades during specific seasons, in some cases. There's a couple of other ones, too. Let's take a quick look at the first choice here for building, even though we're not going to take it yet. Supplier is always a good first choice for me, especially because we do have a source of... we will have a source of grain as soon as we find some fields. Workshop, I used to take a lot, but I've learned the ways of that, and that's not as great of a choice as it used to seem after some discussion with a lot of people. And then the furnace gives us copper, which we're not going to see copper here unless we get another way to get it. We're not going to see it naturally. Bricks and pie are both good, though, but I think we'll probably... And the temple is their wild card here, which will fulfill some needs, but we don't have anything to give them for their needs yet. So I will probably go with the supplier, but I could be swayed to the furnace for different benefits. Speed it up. Let's get through the first 40% of the year or so. Wait, why are you doing work stuff? I need to bring you guys down here and put somebody in here too. I'm going to leave one person doing... Oh, you're... Oh, right, you're the firekeeper. We just rolled our first Cornerstone option. Prayer Book. Scouts work 10% faster on glade events for every firekeeper assigned to a hearth. That's interesting. The forest recedes as heavily guarded trade caravans pour into the settlement. Hostility is reduced by 15 points every time you sell goods worth 25 amber. Just the right amount. Villagers with leisure need fulfilled have 10% chance for double yields. Leisure is ale, which is humans and beavers, so that's a good one to lean toward in this particular thing, but we don't have it now, so unless we want to really play for the future, we don't want to take that one right now. Gain 1 pack of provisions for every 16 herbs produced. Now would have been the time to know that that was available when I picked the farm that I picked, but that's fine. We'll just leave that one alone for now. I think these are both pretty good, but I think we're going to do this one. Because we're going to actually build hearths like we did the last time, and make little population centers like we did the last time. And we're our last... Oh, there she is right there. And then we have our first orders. First one is have a farm. Have some vegetables and some wheat, get a bonus to wheat production, some mushrooms and a couple of people, or have 35 paths, get villagers move faster on roads and some stone. Man, they are both tempting, but I think we have to go with this one. Next, maybe we'll get that other one again. Not so lucky. Have a stonecutter camp and 2 bricks, which we need to find some clay, some stone. Actually, I could have taken the other one for the stone, but have some clay or some stone, and we get some parts, some clay, and some reeds. Or have 4 of these each packs, get 4 people plus 10 amber. I think we'll go with this one. We'll eventually get there, so we might as well. Humans above 24, resolve. Gives us 2 extra humans, some grain, and some parts. Or cut through the forest to discover 2 glades and rebuild or salvaged destroyed building. Get a bunch of this stuff here, plus a bonus to stone production. We're not going to see stone production here, though. So that's a bit misleading. Unless... Are there coal mines here? No, there's not even any coal mines here. I don't know why that would be here. This shouldn't be available in this biome, unless I'm misunderstanding. Or we can take the risky one here, Greater risk is greater reward. 4 building materials, 3 packs of crops, and 3 provisions gives us 10 amber, 50% of the amount of goods produced in the makeshift post, and packs of goods can be produced in the makeshift post. This one we've seen before. We used to take this one a lot. Doing this in 5 minutes would be tough. We could try it. And then it would give us some really, really good pack recipes. So good that they're actually competitive with any of the other recipes in the game, and this becomes the best trade good recipe in the game. Let's do it. All right, so let's build the other 2 buildings here. Let's the crude workstation, we're gonna need it, and the makeshift post, we're gonna need it. Let's put these up to a higher priority so that they get them done sooner. I may pull one of the people out of working. We opened up sea marrow deposit, fertile soil, and small abandoned cache. This, like fabric and bricks, yeah, that's still just clay. All right, we'll let you trim those trees. We have some farm here, so we want to probably trim a couple more trees here, like this. And then we'll let them trim those and get to work on something else. I'll probably go over there just to see if we can find some clay. These are the new deposits, the sea marrow, and it looks like a dead sea creature on a rock. Okay, I mean that makes... Oh, there's stone. Well, I guess I... Wait, did I take that one? I did not. I guess that's how we can get stone in this biome. 40% chance of stone, and that +1 does affect this. So if we got that 1 stone from that 40% chance, we'd actually get 2 in that case. Well, now I know. Knowing is half the battle. Let's see, we've got our orders. Let's just go ahead and take our supplier. Next would be a ranch. We're going to find meat here. We're going to find eggs here. Leather is a bit more rare, but we also don't necessarily need it. The herb garden gets us that roots and herbs, which would have been good to have taken that other order had I known this was here. The herbalist camp lets us grab wild herbs, berries, and mushrooms. There are not wild herbs in this biome unless they've changed it. We see that still, yes. But there are wild berries and wild mushrooms here. So that's an option. It's a good option, actually. And the press lets us make oil at 3 stars. Flour at 1 star we don't need. And packs with luxury goods at 1 star we could use. But I think we'll go with the herbalist camp. Smelter, copper bars, crystallized dew, and biscuits. Nah, probably not. Smokehouse, my personal favorite. Not really. Well, yes. Jerky, pottery, and incense. The cookhouse is skewers, biscuits, and pigment. And then the ranch again. This one is tempting. Pigment's useful for a couple of different things, including scrolls, which will make the humans happy, and harpies, I think. But I think I'm going to go with the smokehouse. And you won't know why. We need to assign a worker here, so let's pull somebody off of this, I think. And I think I'm going to have to pull the human off of this, too. Do some more workers. And I'm just going to have her capable of making 10 of each. And here's the new blight rot thing. So, each production cycle increases this building's blight rot level by 2%. So because these are the dumpy recipes, they count for 2%, apparently. Over here we have the same thing, 2% each for these. We need to have 3 crops, 3 provisions, and 4 building materials. 3 crops. That's the only thing we can make out of that. 3 provisions. I think I will probably either do meat or eggs here. Probably eggs. And then 4 building materials, and I'm going to use planks because that's the only steady source of anything I have. And we'll put that human in there. And we'll let the other human just go and do the road thing. Still. And then we can do a stonecutter camp build after that. But after that, because we are not going to collect any of that yet anyway. You're making packs of crops, good. Let's have this forced delivery so that we can make those packs of provisions. They got some meat from the eggs as well, a 20% chance of that. Alright, we have now entered the the clearance season, which means that we won't get this bonus to charges if we want to dig in there. But I think we need to still dig into that, because we need to see about getting we need to see about getting into or getting some clay or some stone to make bricks. You are doing what? You're making stuff, at least. Grabbing materials. Okay, good. And you have made stuff as well. Send those back, please. Hopefully we're able to get this done. I'm going to have you do a delivery so that they can get started on the planks, although 10 planks each is going to be a little bit tough. I might swap it back and forth between the fabric and the planks. Now I wish I'd have brought a stack of planks with me. Maybe instead of the farm. Although, once the builder's done, why don't we do a build out of these farm fields. And then we can see where this farm should go. Wait, is that a path? Okay. This farm should go... Could go here. That should be fine, but I'm going to build it down here. Just so it's closer to the storage. Ah, we have this going. That's good. Let her continue building those. It could go up here as well, but I think this is fine. And you guys are going to need some new spots marked. So we're going to go here. And even though we're not going to get this bonus, we're still going to pop that glade open. Go here with that. We'll pop this path down there. And then we'll be ready for that when the time comes. It's time for the storm, though. I don't want to build that yet. Well, or do I? I kind of do. Because it'll make these cheaper. We didn't make it. Dang it. Oh well. Alright, pull you out then. We'll just sell those when we have the time. We didn't get this one accomplished. I didn't think we would, but it was worth a shot. Let's go ahead and throw a person in here to get started on collecting those. That way we can at least start making some bricks with some stone here. And we have opened this glade, which contains moss broccoli and clay. Good. I guess we didn't have to rush to open it, since we didn't need the clay. It's fast, but now we have a decent supply of things. I'm going to let you trim those, and then we're going to probably come over... Ooh, where else should we go? Maybe here, or we could just jump into a danger glade. We did it last time. I'd like to open this up a little bit here, though, first. Just a little, like that. So we can put buildings in here. Maybe this as well. Let's go ahead and assign that spare human here, because... oh, she was still building. Never mind. Maybe I should put the farm back there because of this, then. Oh, she doesn't have any planks. Return those. Actually, return all the stuffs. Alright, we have new orders. 18 packs of crops gives us a bonus to farm production of these 3 farms. That's not a bad deal, but getting to 18 packs of crops might be a bit rough. 10 coal, 10 building materials gives us faster wood cutting, 6 simple tools, and 40 coats. Huh. Like, I'll go with... Well, but we have to be able to make coal, then. We need to have the brick oven or the kiln. And I don't know if we'll see those. Let's do this one. Let's do it. Let's see. Have 8 humans with 28 happiness. We get a brick oven. Hence the coal mentioned earlier, I guess. Or we can have 10 clothing things. Did we take the... No, we didn't. We'd have to get clothing to get this one, but I think we should do it. Let's take this one. Because these two both like clothing. The new Cornerstone. Deserted caravans. Global production speed is 30% faster, but trading is unavailable. Back to nature. Sacrifice one village every drizzle for 100% more yield in all buildings using fertile soil. Cost of re-rolling blueprints is lower by 10, but favoring is disabled. Can't remember what favoring is. Is that the trading thing? The people in your settlement survive many hardships that have brought them closer together. 10% villager speed, 1 global resolve. Let's do that one. That's a good one to do early on. And people. We're going to get harpies here. Do I want humans in a harpy or do I want beavers in a harpy? Let's go with beavers in a harpy. Let's throw a beaver in here then. And let's also perhaps build a new woodcutter camp. Second woodcutter camp. I don't really have anything for the harpies to do at this stage, specifically, so they can just do building. That should be fine. We're going to throw the humans in here, or some humans in here, as quickly as possible. What do we have? Just one. In that case, I want to swap out... Nobody seems to care. Let's swap out the harpy into here, and the human into here. Nope, not in here. Into here.
Yeah.
And we'll grow vegetables and grains so that we can satisfy this order. Do you have any other work to do? You don't, so that means you get to go here and do some work. I'm going to pull one of these out and put them over here too. We can kind of divide them up a little. This will be done pretty soon. Yeah, 4 charges left. And then we can switch you over to doing some other task. I've kicked the speed up a little. They're going to get all this planted. There's not that many fields. There's only 11 fields, so they should get it all planted before the end of the season. Even though we started late. We're not going to get the plow bonus, though, unfortunately, but it's okay. It's okay for now. Because it gives us a 10% chance for extra crops. So basically, one of those would yield extra. We have orders ready to complete for the camps. Okay, good. Let's turn that one in. Let's knock our hostility down. We could swap out for a human or a harpy here. I can't remember where the harpy bonus is, though. Where did I put the harpy at? Down here someplace? Here. Let's see what the harpy bonus was, because I can't remember what it is. Global carrying capacity. Yeah, let's actually have her do that. And let's throw the beaver at this. Woodcutter needs to move, or just needs more work to do. Why don't we come over here and continue this then? Do that. We don't have any builders, but I'm going to put that down anyway. And we'll do this here like that. And then we'll just continue along this path. Harvester needs to be done. We'll take you out of the harvester, and we'll give you something to work on other than that. We don't have anything else to harvest yet, so there's no reeds in this biome. And a building that we got from turning in that order. Bakery, biscuits, pie, and pottery. That would be good. Pigment, wine, and ale would also be good. Simple tools, coats, and trade goods. I think we should probably do that one because of this. Packs of trade goods, not a bad deal, especially because we lost the other one. And simple tools at 2 stars. Yeah, let's do the smithy. And let's put down the supplier here. That's what our person who's free can do. Build that, please. No water skins at this time. We're going to go with 30 flour. And... $30 planks. And I'm going to turn off the crude workstation recipe. This will have... Oh, just 2%? Planks is 2%. These other ones are 3%. Interesting. Fascinating. I want to do one more thing. I want to go into the food control here and make sure they don't eat any broccoli. Because we're going to save it up for this. Grain they won't eat, obviously. We need to process it into flour. We won't process it right now. But we need to make sure we try to get this. I don't know if we'll even get enough for no, we're not going to get enough this season. But we need to save it till next year. Pull you out of here. We definitely need to pull this out. Pull that out as well. Let's put a spare human in here, I think, for now, to make the planks. We could pull this human out from here. We don't have any builders again, but that's fine. We could pull one of the beavers out, I suppose. Here. Our hostility just dropped because of crossing another point here. That was the chime. You still hauling vegetables? Yeah, you're still hauling vegetables. Wait. Oh, you didn't harvest that one yet. Harvest, please. Do not let this pass. Please go harvest vegetables. Open up a new glade. Sorry, I needed to take a drink there. We have Fallen Human Explorers, Medium Abandoned Cache, Bathhouse, Fertile Soil, Dewberry Bush, and Root Deposit. Bathhouse would be good, because this gives us, for fairly cheap, work toward our harpy happiness here with the cosmetics if we get a cosmetics recipe. So we just won't touch that building right now, I think. We'll wait. I mean, we could get... No, we didn't take that. Never mind. Let's pull one of you out here. Who else is less necessary? Probably you. And let's go pick up these human explorers here. Doot and doot. We could loot the bodies to get these resources and some ancient tablets, or we could take... we could send them to the Citadel, get some amber and some reputation. While this is working, we're going to have -12 to human resolve, which is probably going to be okay because humans are one of the happier races anyway. It'll probably be okay, but please work fast. 2 minutes. The storm's in just over a minute. That could be a problem. But we'll be alright. We don't want this to turn into living matter, which will eventually turn it into a blight rot cyst. At least that's how it used to do. It might be different now with the new update. Let's pull one of you out of here to have you help with things like building. And we can always put you to work elsewhere. Lots of roots here. That was this one, right? No, it's this one. So once they're done with the eggs, we can stick them on roots. Woodcutter camp. Oh, I need to mark more trees. We're going to mark a few more trees here. But we're not going to... Oh, they're dropping below. Alright, well, that didn't work out too well. Let's do a few shelters. That'll help with the matter. A little. We're going to lose a human if we're not careful. We have lots of wood, though, for fuel, so we can always throw some wood on the fire here and counteract that, hopefully. We'd have to do 3 pieces of wood, though. To get the humans up out of the hole. And then pull it back down again. Just juke them again. Oh, the humans are happy now. Okay, so we just need to get the harpies happy, which will be at 2. But they also fade slower than the humans do. You saw the humans, how fast the humans reacted to the conditions, but the harpies fade a little slower, excuse me. So we can stand them being painful a little bit longer. And then we can throw a couple of wood on the fire, get them up to the positive. But if we bring it back down again, they will actually start where they left off. So we have to be a little bit careful with this. Oh, they got happier. What happened? Did our hostility go down or something? That's good if it did. Oh, they got a house. Right. She probably moved into a house there. Yep, that's what it was. Nice. All right, new orders. Have 25 trade goods. We took the building with the trade goods, so we could do that one. Or open 3 or solve 3 danger glade events. Game when villager reached discovered glade, some parts, coats, pigment, and barrels. We took a coat recipe already. Pigment would be good. We don't really need barrels. We're also not going to get the stuff we need for barrels. Let's go ahead and build this, though, while I'm thinking about it. I think maybe I'll do this one. And here. Have luxury 100 times. Get 3 beavers. A bonus to wine production, which is what feeds luxury. And 40 barrels. Open 3 caches. Get +5 to glade event carry. 4 villagers and 5 parts. Or open 3 caches in the 8 minutes and 20 seconds. Get 5 incense per minute. +2 to production for all packs of goods. Boy, this one stacked with that previous one would have been super. And then 6 infused tools, which are twice as powerful as regular tools. I don't think we're going to make this one. I don't even think we can see. We have 2 caches available right now. We don't have any hammers, so getting into those is not going to happen. Let's take the one we can afford, which is going to be this one. Or the one that we can feasibly do, that is. People. Let's do this one, get a couple of humans, and let's go here. Blood price contract, 10 amber every time a villager leaves or dies, maybe. Each solved glade event lowers hostility by 10, that's a good thing. -50 to hostility for every hub upgraded to level neighborhood. I think this one's better. The people who are invigorated by every discovered people are invigorated by every discovered cache. Gain a stack of the wealth effect, +1 to global resolve for every 2 caches opened. Let's do the hostility one. I like that one. Yeah, let's see if we can open up another glade too. Maybe. Maybe this one. Man, that's still a reach. How about over here? I probably don't want to do a forbidden one just now. I don't really want to do a small one. Yeah, I think we'll see if we can get in here in a short amount of time. Be a little tough, but I think we can pull it off. I'll grab the woodcutter with 2 people in it for now. Where's my other 2 beavers at? I don't remember. We'll come over here and we'll put that down. Let me look for those other 2 beavers. I have one here in the scavenger camp. We could probably swap him out for a human. And the other one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I had one that wasn't assigned to anything. Okay, we'll do that. And then we have you come over here and collect these trees around that farm. We can build another farm. I should probably put a storage out here. Here somewhere. Could be closer to this though, but maybe we put one actually right here next to the farm. For this little area, and then we build one over closer to that farm later. We can still move houses for the cost of 5 wood. That's good. How are you doing? You're still making planks. Because we don't have hardly any. Good. And put someone back in here. I need to put this as a harpy, though. It should be a harpy, not a human. Let her finish, I think. Harpy. Because harpies get the +5 to resolve here. And this should be either a lizard or a beaver. This causes 4% blight rot by making simple tools here, but we're not going to do that just yet. Coats we're going to do, but we're going to limit it for right now to 30. Probably will increase it later. We're going to limit it. And then this one here, we're not going to make just yet either, but we'll figure out what we're going to make tracks of paid goods. Yeah, packs of trade goods out of at some point in the future. All right, so I just need to put one person in here. Can I grab a? Yeah, let's grab one of the beavers from this one, swap him out with a human, and we'll put the beaver in here. Make some coats. We don't really have any fabric. We don't have any fabric. Well then, we have plenty of stuff to make fabric out of. I just didn't have anybody assigned here making the stuff. Let's put another one in there for right now. Let's also do a new road here. Bring this across, and then we'll come up with a road down there somewhere, but it may not be the right spot. We'll get that done too. I only have one person here, but I think they're going to accomplish most of the fields. They should be able to handle about 10. They only plowed 7, though. So we really could assign another human here. Yeah. And possibly I should have already, because we're getting to the end of the season. Will they get everything sown? Bricks. Okay, switch to clay bricks then. We are still harvesting this, but there's not that high of a chance there. What is this? Oh, the carrying capacity, right. Come down here. Dang. We almost got that bonus on this glade. So close, yet so far. How much did you get? You got 11 sown. That's good. We'll keep 2 workers in there, I think. Opened glade. Fallen human explorers again. Read and abandoned cache. Fertile soil, flax, sea marrow, and more flax. Alright. Let's see. We have nobody available. I'll pull one of you out of here. You're hauling. And I'm going to pull... I'll pull you out of here temporarily. Come on down. The next contestant on The Price is Right. Let's do, We'll do this one. Maybe we don't see meat in this anymore due to this one. That's a possibility. Is it the sea marrow here? It is, so we can burn that too. I forgot about it. We have a lot of it, so we should have burned that, because it gets 12 per minute for 4 bonus resolve, and this is 32 per minute for 3 bonus resolve, so it's a little better. It's equivalent to coal, as a matter of fact. Oil gives you 12 for 5, so oil's the best one still, but sea marrow is equivalent to coal, and they took planks out of here too, which I'm actually glad to see, because nobody burned those, I don't think. I wouldn't have. I never did, I don't think. And we can keep coming this way, like that. We can come down here into this. Carve that out later. Woodcutter, this one needs to move to here. And I do want to put a storage out here as well, someplace, but I really don't know where just yet. And they haven't built this one anyway because we don't have any bricks. You should be making bricks. You are. Good. Let's take the speed up just a little. The humans are unhappy, but they'll be happy enough eventually. Everybody but 2 humans are housed, so we should build some more housing. That's here with the icon with the house on it. There we go. But we don't have anybody available to build. We will in a moment. That's good. And this plantation. Man, we're getting all the farm collectors things today. Here's the 3-star coats. Does that... No, it's still only a 2% blight rot footprint. Otter skins and scrolls. Ranch, greenhouse. Yeah, we're getting all the farm things today. Did I take... I think I did. Smokehouse? Yeah. Let's get that built too. Here. And let's take the ranch, I think. Although the people who like to work here are the lizards. Do the meat production, and they're not here. So maybe not. We have lots of plant fiber coming in, though, and as well as other things. Yeah, let's do it. I'm not going to build it just this moment, but we'll do it. I'm going to pull this harpy back out, put them in here. So we can keep the planks going. Actually, we don't need them. In that case, no, you won't. And you're bored now, too. Oh, I had 2 people in here. Let's pull the other one out. Oops, I forgot I had 2 people in there. Definitely pull one out. Possibly both of them for a little while. We can get some of this stuff built. Harpies are going down to -1. But we are getting this here because we had 10 villagers with clothing need for 120 seconds, as long as we can maintain those 10 people with the clothing need fulfilled. Harpies don't wear coats, and we can see here our blight rot is coming in. So we actually are going to have to deal with this very, very soon. It's just creeping in a little bit, but we're going to have to deal with it soon. We also need to deal with the harpies. Let's do that. How much of that do we have? Do 138. Oh, yeah, 138. We're fine. Let's look at... where's that blight rot post? There it is right there. It's a 3x3. Maybe we can put it out here. I don't know what the advantage of it being where is at this stage of the game. And then the hydrant is a 1x1, which is fine. I guess like that, because we can also build some decorations around it. We need 3 or 4, excuse me, of the comfort decoration, the green box ones, which are all of these. So let's maybe put a little bench here like that, and oops, and rain punk barrels here, and we could even put one of these pipe things in as part of that hydrant. Kind of fun. We'll let that go as well. Woodcutter, this one. Oh, you just need to move down to here. We need to put another storage in this area as well. And the scavenger is finally done with the eggs. So I'm going to move you up here to the roots. Back to your roots. There's where the farm goes. So the storage should probably just go right here where this was. Let's go ahead and put that one in. I'm going to put it right here. I haven't decided what we're doing with this yet, but we can angle toward it if it so allows us to. Building materials, we have some bricks. Okay, good. And this storage should probably come down here once they remove more of these trees, I think. Let's go ahead and plot out these farm fields here. And we'll get another small farm going here in town for them for later. Yep, you can see this growing. We didn't get all the vegetables, or are they still... We are that close on vegetables. Dang it. 2 more. 2 more. Clothing is done, though. Let's go turn that in. As well as take our next order. Have a cellar and a guild house. Get +1 to beaver resolve for every 75 wine produced. A bunch of wine and a bunch of jerky bonuses here. Or cut through 6 glades, get 10, and have 10 simple tools. Have 10 simple tools. 3 ancient artifacts, 15 amber, 35 pottery. I'm going to take the risk on this one. We could also, and probably should have a long time ago, also put up the trading post. Put that way out here, I guess. It doesn't need to be anywhere near town, so why bother? Let's do this. Cornerstone, reinforced axes. Woodcutter's camp is 50% quicker. Another survivor bonding. Global resolve increased by 5, but villagers get 50% to the chance of consuming double the amount of food during a break. Blight Extractor, a curious invention used for extracting amber from blight rot cysts. Every completely infected building, 100% blight rot, generates 3 amber per minute, but also adds 10 hostility. That's interesting. Interesting indeed. Let's try it. Why the heck not? New building. Scribe. Gets us the scrolls, and I think ale. I don't think we had ale yet. Training gear would help the harpies only. Fabric would be good, though. Coats, water skins, and scrolls we don't need. Tavern. We would need to have ale or training gear first. Here? No. Here. And we just have incense and coats. So I don't want that building. Do we have a way to make pigment? I remember having some that I think I turned down. Yep, I turned it down. Or wine. That's not a great ale recipe. Let's go with the Weaver. Yeah, I think we'll do with the Weaver. Still want to build the smokehouse. I am building the smokehouse. I need to build the ranch next. Okay. So let's... Woodcutter camp. You're done up there, finally. Let's have you move down here. Help out with this. I don't know if you'll be able to reach that, or we could just put it down here. That'll be fine, too. And I think people... I think we'll go with this one to get some hammers. And I think we're actually going to pause here. End this episode here. Next time we'll come in and we'll sign out some jobs because we do have some free people. We may want to start building some species-specific housing in this zone so that we can boost this up. Well, I guess we don't need to do that to boost this up, but we need to also build one more decoration. Let's do that. Let's put in a... I guess we can put in one of these, maybe right out here like that. That kind of looks kind of cool. At the end of that road. And that'll bonus this thing up too, just barely, so that's good. So I think we're going to leave this here. And in the next episode, we'll try and finish this map. We'll see how that goes. So thank you all for joining me, and I will see you then. Bye for now.